best places to visit in New York City. Hello and welcome to Driver To It. Bushy here, and today we're back with another fun and free video. And this time we're talking all things touristy. We're going to be looking for the best places to see while you're visiting this amazing city. We'll tell you where, when, and how much each attraction costs, and we'll give you some quick tips on how to get there fast and cheap. We're going to start off with the places and sights you can see without even having to open your wallet. The most iconic New York attractions are free for the most part. If you've made your way to Manhattan, you've probably likely come by subway, bus, or train. So the first sight most visitors see when they arrive in New York City is Grand Central Station. This National Historic Landmark is the hub of the majority of transport in and out of New York City. It's the third busiest station in America, and its stunning architectural designs have won countless awards since its construction in the late 1800s. You're going to want to use this place as a point of reference. It's your doorway to the massive subway network that can get you around Manhattan in no time. From here, it's a straight shot to your next free attraction, Times Square. You can either catch the subway to 42nd Street or take the half-mile walk up West 43rd, and you'll be there in about 10 minutes. The famous 5-block stretch is like a comical metaphor for the city itself, especially colorful and exciting at night and during Broadway shows. Another half-mile away, the famous Rockefeller Center Plaza. During the wintertime holidays, the plaza hosts an illuminated Christmas tree and skaters glide across the ice rink. But don't fret if your New York adventure doesn't take place during the cold months. There's plenty to do all year round. If you plan ahead, you can spend a morning watching a taping of The Today Show, an afternoon observing some of the best free views of the city from the top of the Rock observation deck. Just one block away is the magnificent St. Patrick's Cathedral. Whether you're religious or just impressed by the neo-Gothic architecture, it's a must-see if you're in the area. 3 minutes walk up the road is the famous Fifth Avenue. You'll find all manner of high-end shopping and restaurants, and walking around the revered road is a must for people watching. You'll also find Trump Tower on this popular strip of real estate, but I wouldn't count on the president being home. From here, it's a 5-minute walk uptown to another one of New York's most famous landmarks, Central Park. The most visited park in the United States, there is an impossible amount of sights to see, even for residents of the Big Apple. Situated on 843 acres and created in 1857, this massive park boasts 20 playgrounds, 48 fountains, monuments or sculptures, and 36 bridges. You can also find Central Park Zoo, a giant bronze Alice in Wonderland statue, and ice skating rinks in the winter. Surrounding the park are some of New York City's most famous and respected museums, including the Guggenheim, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the American Museum of Natural History, just to name a few. Continuing on, you're going to want to jump on a subway and head downtown to Lower Manhattan. The first stop we recommend to get off at is the World Trade Center, and walk over to the site of Ground Zero. The National September 11 Memorial and Museum stands as tribute to the nearly 3,000 victims of the 2001 and 1993 terrorist attacks. The memorial's twin reflecting pools and man-made waterfalls serve as an eerie reminder where the World Trade Center's twin towers once stood. The 1-acre pools are enclosed in bronze panels, on which the names of every victim is inscribed. Heading further south, it's a 15-minute walk to one of the most recognizable streets in financial and pop culture, Wall Street. The heart of New York's financial district, it got its name from an actual wall that existed during Dutch colonial times, back when New York was still called New Amsterdam. It's home of the New York Stock Exchange and the Federal Hall National Memorial with a bronze George Washington statue out the front. Heading south on Broadway from Wall Street, and you'll be confronted with another free but hugely popular tourist attraction, the Charging Bull. This 11-foot-tall, 3-ton bronze statue was commissioned in 1989 and created by Sicilian artist Arturo Di Modica to represent aggressive financial optimism and prosperity after the disastrous 1987 Black Monday stock market crashes. Getting your photo alone with the statue can be difficult. This attraction is hugely popular with tourists. Some people find it good luck to, rub certain parts of the bull for good luck. From here, it's a quick 5-minute walk down the very southernmost tip of Manhattan, an area called the Battery, a public park that includes remnants of an old military fort, ferry terminals and monuments and restaurants. But the best part about the Battery is a view of New York's most iconic monument, the Statue of Liberty. A visit to the Battery is also known as the Poor Man's Liberty Tour, as views of the massive statue on Staten Island is just over a mile away, and photo opportunities can be difficult without a decent camera setup. Ferries depart from the Battery for tours of Statue of Liberty Monument, but that's where things can start to get expensive. Obviously, New York City is much more than these handful of attractions, but this is a great guide if you want to see the sights in one day on a tiny budget. That's all we have time for today. Make sure you check out our next video, the best restaurants and places to eat in New York City. I'm Bushi with Driver To It, and this has been another amazing video about the city I love. Like this video if you've learned something, and subscribe to Driver To It so you can see our other free and helpful guides. See you next time.